if you're trying to plan your special day, or you are a maid of honor, or some significant piece in the wedding or the event, you probably just shouldn't be spending that time doing it yourself. It's not about whether you could or not. It's really worth the money spent because of the stress and time it saves you.
Is that how we should mark it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where we're going.
Okay. All right, so hey everyone, I am so excited. I'm here today with Leticia from Agape Balloons and Events, and we have this beautiful balloon backdrop built out. White has been a really hot color this year in the wedding world, and I want to show you what a sophisticated balloon backdrop can look like for weddings, baby showers, bridal showers, graduation parties, you name it. If you're looking how you can add balloons to your event, Leticia's got you covered. So let's start with this. Leticia, what do we have?
Just this right here. We just have it's just a regular organic balloon garland. It's organic because there's various shapes and sizes to this. It's not one solid structure with the same size balloons going down all the way. So, this one's about a 12-foot balloon arch that we have right here. And then we do have a little bit more of a pooling bottom. But we look at this and we're like, oh, this is already super cute. I was like, oh, thanks, appreciate it. But I don't think we stop here. I always think that balloon garlands, and even something like as beautiful as a white balloon garland, can be so much more, what's a good word?
Sophisticated, sexy, hot, classy.
Yeah, we can just add so much to something if we just add small little things.
On that note too, just when you're getting photos, depth really matters.
Oh, absolutely.
And so white has been a hot color of the year, and though I do love a classic white backdrop, balloons add depth. And
they
so
do.
already, when you stand in front of a balloon, it's gonna change your figure, and it's gonna change a lot about the space between you and the photo booth, and it's gonna make your photos have a lot of dimension and depth, and you're gonna feel pretty confident when you see those photos because of what it's gonna do to you. So I did wanna add that.
Good point.
And then I have one more question too before we start sexying it up.
Go for it.
How much would a 12-foot garland like this cost to add to a backdrop, or to rent them through you if someone wanted them around their house? What would it be starting at?
So typically, currently, right now, and this is based off market research as well, I basically start off a lot of my balloons at $25 a foot. However, once you start adding in things like a lot of minis, we have a couple minis on here, but I don't have that many. But sometimes minis can make such a beautiful and big impact. You can fill up with minis down here and all the way up there, as well as these big balloons. Once you start adding these in, the price goes up as well. Mm-hmm. So, and I kind of like to think of it as add an extra $5 for everything you want to add.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing.
No,
so you go ahead, and so something like this, I kind of average it between, $25 to $30 a foot. And then with us adding the extras, that's just an extra cost as well.
So probably between starting around 300, and then it could go up depending on how people want to customize it even more. So I think that's really reasonable for what it can do.
Oh, absolutely.
To the photos, to the space. It basically, you look at it and you're like, I want to go get a picture by that.
Yes.
Just as
and
this is.
With that, there's also a delivery and setup fee typically, because we have to come in there, set it all up.
Of
Hopefully,
course.
if there's a backdrop already, we gotta get the backdrop ready, or put in command hooks where we need to, or get poles specifically. If we can't do it at a venue, then we need to be able to bring a pole with us that can create this structure without you necessarily have to do anything.
Right.
And it to be attached to the wall. So for that, that's just an extra cost on that as well. So all those little things matter when we're putting out that final quote.
Of course, thank you. Now let's add some stuff to it and show you how different.
Let's snazz it up.
Yeah, we can give it some dimension and color.
Let's snazz it up. Okay, so this time, you want to grab a few?
Yeah.
Here's.
Thank you.
Yeah, so these are just some really fun, greenery, and then you can do this with fake greenery or real greenery.
Feather.
Yes, feather. I love when I have florists come out and just snazz up my balloon arch. I think it's amazing, and then we work together to put that together. However, typically, artificial is just a very good bet when it comes to balloons, and if you want things to last a long time. Sometimes we'll go into corporate events and they want to keep it up for a week or a couple weeks or a month.
Yeah.
And they have the ability to do that, and with that, we can put in some fake greenery, we can put in specific types of balloons to be able to do something like that. So let's add some in.
Yay.
All right, here we go.
I'll start with this feather. I love it. I can imagine how much fun it would be with a bunch of feathers everywhere.
Like, I'm just gonna put a couple, you know, instead of just putting one, I'm gonna put like 3 right here. Just to kind of, you add that feather. It's cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, imagine if we just added a ton of little feathers in here. Like, look how fun that would be. Let's see. I'm gonna put this, and I'm gonna split it up.
Even like when it just like drapes down, that adds a lot of dimension and fun.
Yeah.
Drapery has been a really big thing.
Draping has been a big thing.
Yeah, sequins.
Sequins, you know, I'm actually so happy that's kind of coming back because I love glam.
Yeah, very dramatic.
I love glam. Why not glam everything up?
It's so fun trying to figure out where I want to put this. I'm not the expert, Leticia is.
Yeah, but you know, this is something that even if you went ahead and bought like a grab and go for us, you know, like you went and you're like, hey, I don't necessarily need you to come and set this all up. I can kind of do this.
Oh, you'll do
and
that.
What if yeah, it's like
Here
you can come in here. I think I'm gonna put one more over here.
Yeah.
What if I just pick it up from you and then, you know, you can go ahead and buy your own little things and add them in.
Oh, that's fun.
You know, and then you can do it with everything. You can do it with some fringe. You can kind of put it in a balloon, really.
Yeah, that's cute. I feel like this is like a very classy jungle, toga, Greek vibe.
You know, and I think it's very wedding classy, I think, too. I think you can be able to, you know, a lot of, like, eucalyptus is huge in our like, in the floral right now. And, you know, just imagine, like, putting in some eucalyptus within here, and then if your wedding is basically, like, all your centerpieces are eucalyptus and, you know, candles, put in some eucalyptus in the balloons. You're going to bring that, like, feel right out.
Right.
So that's just, you know, and then here we go. We just added something like this. We got kind of that greenery vibe. We're filling in that wedding, some greenery. I guess we'll put a feather in there. Why not? You know, and then we can transform it again. Let's say we want to go. We'll take these right out. Let's say we want to go a little, I don't know, New Year's-y, glammy.
We're taking out all of them?
Yeah,
okay,
take them right out.
New Year's glam.
Let's go like kind of
sparkle,
maybe,
shimmer, Clink & Co vibes.
Yeah, like I think of this, I think of my friend Christina from Clink & Co. She's glammy all the way.
She's a sparkle in human form.
She really is.
She is a sparkle.
I wish I had more feathers to bring out, but I don't. But let's put out, like, look how cute.
Yeah, these little touches make a huge difference.
And you know, and they just transform, like, they just completely transform what's going on.
I see the black, yeah.
Black's come out a little bit. Let's maneuver that.
Cute.
Done. You know, let's go there. Now we just glammed it up. Let's say your wedding's more gold. You know, you got some other stuff going for it.
You could do this with any color. I think that's what's great about like white and a lot of neutrals for backdrops is that you don't know what your guests are gonna wear. And so when your guests arrive, you want them to look at something that they know they're gonna stand in front of and their outfit's not gonna clash. So something like this, especially with these tiny details, can make anyone feel confident to stand in front of them. That's huge.
It's an easy add. You know, you can do this on your own, or you can hire us to put some in as well. And these are just like, you know, quick examples. Typically with more time, we'll go through it and make sure everything looks correct. Right. We'll look from a camera lens and see if everything lines up properly. But that's just the easy one. And so let's say we just add like a pop of color. So this is my girl's color right here, Miss Bree, all right? She loves this color. I showed her, she's like, I love this, this is me.
If I was a color,
she'd be mint green.
Leticia drives with these like in huge trucks everywhere, sometimes in her car, low-key.
So I actually have a couple different balloon bags, but yeah, I put these here because I don't like when the balloons get dirty, because then you kind of have to like kind of move all the things around. And so I have a couple different types of balloon bags, but this is actually like a mattress cover, and it's so useful. I can put all the balloons in there. They can stay safe, and they don't, you know, they look cute. And everyone, I'm walking through like a restaurant or something or a corporate, everyone sees what's inside and like, oh, that's so cool. Look at where are all those balloons going? Another form of advertisement for me right there.
Yeah, great, great. That's marketing.
That's marketing.
It's like easy. I don't know, you just like simplify how easy that is for you, but.
I know, but
it's
it is. It's slightly simple.
Oh yeah,
you know,
even
and let's
just
say, you know, we just add in a little pop of color.
Here we go.
Here, I'll put these on for a second.
Okay.
Real quick.
So another great thing about Leticia is that not only does she do these incredible backdrops, but she will design your whole anything, your house, a venue, a backyard, a tent. Like, she can take any blank space and make a beautiful, like, luxury event out of it. So you can hire her for a grad party, birthday party, any form of like huge celebration, and she's gonna just give it that wow factor that most people have never seen or experienced before. So, you know, not only does she do these, but she can make your whole house a dreamy balloon venue.
Oh yes, I'm so happy to add balloons anywhere. I don't know what the funnest, I think the coolest place I've ever done balloons so far, it was at the Shinola Hotel up on a balcony, and that he was gonna propose to his fiance. And so what we did is, just right off the balcony, there's one right at the top of the Shinola Hotel, and we lined it up all with white balloons. And it's as if she's getting, like, you know, asked or proposed in a cloud. Because all you could see is balloons and then the sky.
Oh my gosh.
And all you see these tall buildings alongside you. And it was gorgeous. It was so much fun.
And if you're gonna pay all the money to have something like this done, you might as well give your guests the experience to get a photo in front of it too, because
absolutely,
when are you gonna see something like this again?
You know, it will completely, you know, it's always, it blows my mind when people don't have like a photo booth or photographer or videographer at their events sometimes. So I'm like, guys, look at all this stuff that are here. Like, these are just, all of this is like amazing together.
Like, everyone has an iPhone, but if someone's taking an iPhone picture, that means they're behind the camera rather than being in it. So hiring a professional to make sure that these moments are captured is really huge for remembering them in the best way, because you're gonna look back 10, 20 years from now and really wish you had those memories.
Let's always put minis.
Yes.
Minis, minis, minis.
And so, like, how many more feet would you say we're adding to this? Or is this like adding more color and?
Yeah, so typically, like, because we're kind of going out more too, I do actually count this as, you know, more feet.
I would too, yeah. So is it like this is like 1.5 feet, and that's 1.5 feet? Like, is that how you kind of measure it?
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of go about, like, you know, what's the thickness of this?
Yeah.
And then how does that come together?
Cool.
So I'm going to just,
because it would make sense that this would cost more because there's more balloons.
Yes.
And it adds so much more color, dimension, fun.
Yeah, I'm actually going to change it up, and I'm going to grab this balloon and put it up.
So one of the reasons why something like this would be really great for a bridal or a baby shower is because everyone coming already wants to get a photo with you. They're celebrating a huge event in your life, and they're arriving probably really dressed up, excited to see you. And then if you have an area like this where they can come and get a photo, it really changes up the way that your welcoming is, because you can welcome everyone, say, hi, thank you for coming, let's go get a photo together. And then they have this really special moment captured with you. And if you get a photo booth or a photographer with instant delivery, then right on the spot, they're receiving the beautiful professional photo. They can share it to their social media the minute that they're at your event and they receive it. And you'll go online and everyone has these beautiful photos with you posted at your event where they're just excited to talk about you and celebrate you in your big day. So I really love these for bridal showers and baby showers. And if you're looking for a way to add on to that event too, we can do printing, we can do scrapbooks where people can write words of encouragement, but this is such a beautiful way to add to those special days. Let's get a photo together. Like, just imagine, like, so cute.
It's probably our, like, favorite pose. This is, you're always like, and I'm like,
yes.
It's great. Do we want to, Okay. And then if you want to snazz it up even a little bit more, we have like, you know, just a couple more greenery pieces and things that you can put in. I feel like it's always, it's endless. You know, sometimes you gotta like stop yourself from like putting in too much.
These tiny little accents can do so much.
They do. They make a world of a difference, and you know.
And then for anyone who might be watching this and thinking, I could do that. Maybe you could. But I'm telling you, I've made a couple balloon garlands. It takes so much work. Your fingers get raw. It always takes way more time than you anticipate. And if you're trying to plan your special day, or you are a maid of honor, or you know, some significant piece in the wedding or the event, you probably just shouldn't be spending that time doing it yourself. It's not about whether you could or not. It's really worth the money spent because of the stress and time it saves you. So save yourself that, and just maybe collaboratively get people together and give this as a gift even, but it really is worth it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, like
that's a great idea, because you know, sometimes you go to parties and you're like, what am I gonna get this person? Or like you're a part of the wedding party, it's like, oh, I already, you know, kind of given a lot of gifts or in a way or something.
Yeah.
Like this is a great way that you can just
an extremely special gift
to someone. Absolutely.
Yeah,
and they're probably gonna have a photo booth there maybe, you know, and if they do, add over a backdrop.
Yeah.
Oh, they might have a backdrop already. Add a photo booth.
Yeah,
because it makes a big difference.
It's a huge difference. It's a great gift, and especially if you're surprising someone with it. Can you imagine like walking into that surprise?
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I always love watching the face of my clients as they come in, and they see an event and they're like, oh my gosh, Leticia. And it's so nice when they know me and they know my name. They're like, I can't believe you did all this. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's like the fixer-upper of events. Like they take a space, just a basic space, and then
I appreciate your
Leticia pulls the backdrop and is like, ah!
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go big or go home. That's all I say.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, what do you think? Do you think I should do more? I was like, don't ask me that.
Yeah.
I'm always going to say, let's do more.
Yeah.
So if you got the budget to do more, let's go.
But even this, it looks minimal. You know what I mean?
Does.
Like this is like if you were having a minimal vibe for your event, this still fits that. Yeah. And then being loud.
In all actuality, I'd probably charge about, you know, $450, $500 for this.
Yeah, and I would think this would be worth a lot more than that.
And in some ways it could.
Yeah.
You know?
But I love this.
I love it. I mean, think about it. All we did was I added a couple color clusters and I added in some greenery. And it all came from like a simple white garland.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So if you're trying to look for something really special to add to your event, please consider something like this because it's so beautiful. It's like timeless, and I just can if you're having an event, go big or go home. Yeah, like just do it.
Nice. Let's bring joy.
Yeah, bring joy and walk off.
Okay. I don't know. This did come out really cute, actually.
So cute.
You can always like grab her arm too.
Okay.
With your other arm.
Aww.
Yeah.
I think you should put this one up here, or we look like we're in prom.
I'm literally like so awkward. My parents never hugged me growing up.
Let me give you a lot of hugs to make up for it.
So physical touch is extremely hard for me. Everyone like.
Hug again. Yeah. Make it look really natural.
I got you.
Oh yeah.